I'll go ahead and get started showing some resources and talking about how to make instructional videos. I was trying to explain what I was doing to my dad this morning, and I was like, I'm making a video on how to make instructional videos to other people. So it's a bit of an inception kind of thing going on. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right, so I'm starting on Clever. You do not actually need to start on Clever. You can just go straight to WeVideo, but it is here, right next to, in between Flipgrid and Zoom. So when you click on it, it's similar to if you're using Seesaw, it'll save your username and password, and then it will take you over to WeVideo. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't work where it's actually going to log you in. I get it like about 50% of the time. It will either log me in or I have to log in again on, so yay, it's logged me in right away. So sometimes I have to just click login and then log in with my Google account again. So instructional videos are a great way to do instruction distantly. One of the nice things about doing instructional videos is the fact that our students can pause it, they can start it. They don't have to, if they have questions, they can email you and then they can go back to that at any time, which is really nice as we're doing that distance learning. But it's also really nice in the classroom too, where your students, when they're doing their homework, instead of having to think, try to remember all the questions they might have when they're doing the homework, they can come right back and they can do it. And they can review those videos right away. So sort of think of Khan Academy, where the kids can go in, they can answer those questions, and they can go through. So I'm going to go through. We have a extended subscription to WeVideo. WeVideo is really nice because it is one of the only tools that allows you to edit your videos on a Chromebook. So you can actually use this with your students. So if you want them to create their own videos, they can go on here if they have a Chromebook, or if it's an app on an iPad, and they can actually do it. So that's a big positive for why we decided to go with this program. There are tons of programs out there that will allow you to do instructional videos online. Screencastify, Screencast-O-Matic, Loom is a good one. You can actually use just your computer. If you have a Mac, if you do Shift-Control-5, it'll record. So there's lots of different ways that you can do it. I think this one's just my favorite. And plus they have given us that extended subscription to it during this time. So we have this all the way till the end of June, maybe July, I believe. So you do already have an account. You'll just need to sign in with your Waluk account. And then this is the dashboard. It's smaller here. There you go.
Angelica, can you do that also in Apple?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we're starting on the dashboard here at the top. This is where you create anything new. So you can create new videos, you can do recordings, and then you have a variety of different templates, and I'll show you a few more of those in a bit. If you're working on any edits at the time, these are going to be found down here. You have 12,500 gigabytes of storage. So you can save all your videos just on here. You're not going to have to take them and put them somewhere else to save them. They can all be done here. And same, you have, I think, 2,500 hours worth of videos to create before you fill up your information here. Projects is going to be where all the projects you're currently working on or you are working on. So if I click on my project, it's going to just pop open all the different videos that I was working on, and then I can reopen them up, or I can click New Video Edit. Media is going to be where all of your videos are stored. So any videos, any audio, any pictures, all of that's found here. You can see I've created some folders. So if I right click, I can add a new folder, and then I can move those videos into the specific folders if I want. Yesterday I had them all out and I was having difficulties finding the videos that I was working on. So that's why I created these folders. Exports are your finished videos. These are the ones that are ready to be exported out and shared with everyone. templates are the pre-made videos that you can start doing. So they have morning meetings, read alouds, word problems. So these will already put in like the graphics in there. It'll put in a template that you can follow as you're creating. So if you're trying to do something really big like this, like if you want to do a read aloud, you can use this, and it's a minute 20, and you can just follow with what they're doing with their transitions and the pictures they put in and that kind of stuff. So those are the different settings. I'm going to go ahead and go to dashboard, and I want to show you how to do a recording. So there are 3 different ways to do a recording. You can record just your screen. You can record as a webcam, so that's just your face that's showing up, or you can have both. So if you're doing a screen and webcam, you will not see yourself talking. It's just going to be recording sort of in the background. And then you can record your screen, and you can pick which screen you're recording and that kind of stuff. Or if you're doing like a morning announcement, you can do a webcam. Or if you just want to do your voice and a screen, that's what this one is here. Hold on 1 second. Hold on a second. Sorry, my dog's decided that now was the perfect time to wrestle for a toy in the back. Okay, then you can also decide on where this is going to be saved. So this is going to be where your videos are going to be uploaded to. So I'm going to go ahead and just do the screen and webcam so you can see what that will look like. And I want it saved to my picture project, camera. And first things first, it's going to ask me which camera I want to use. So if I have a different camera, I can add that here. It'll also ask me where I want my microphone to be. So like I have my AirPods in, so it's automatically defaulting as my AirPods. But your Mac, your computer's microphone is really good. So if you don't have that, you're just trying to talk, you're not going to have to worry about if it works or not. Once you've decided all that, go ahead and click next. And the next thing it's going to ask me is what screen I want to do. So I have 2 screens up. I have the one I'm working on right now, and then I have a second one that has my calendar, my email, and that kind of stuff. So I can pick which one I want to do, or I can go to the application window. This is all of the programs that I have open at the moment. So right now I'm using the CPT host. I have my 2 windows here. I have Zoom up. Or if I just want to show a web page, a link or a tab, it's going to outline all the different tabs I have open, and I can pick just that one. And then I'm just showing them the tab that I have. If you move to a different tab, it will not show. So you want to make sure that if you're moving from one tab to another, you're going to do your entire screen. If you're showing just one website, then you can pick a Chrome tab here. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this screen, and then I'm going to click share. So it's going to count down 3, 2, 1, and it's now recording. So it's going to record any of my movements. It's also recording my face. The nice thing with this, especially as you're getting comfortable having your face on a camera, is the fact that it does not show that. So I cannot see that I am talking. I'm looking at the screen. So it allows me a little bit, if I'm uncomfortable seeing my face, or all I want to do is stare at my face, I'm not seeing that. I can then move from different web pages if I want. I can, I can create my instructional video and I can talk. When I'm all done, I'll click that stop sharing. And I can either watch it and review it, and it's going to show me what I did on the webcam and what I did on the screen. If I don't like it, I can just click that record again and I can start over. If I do like what I've done, I can go ahead and I can click save. So it's now going to save in my media, which is found right here. And then it's immediately going to add it to video 2 for this video, and then video 1 for this one. You want to make sure that if you're using 2 different videos, that this video is small, or else it will cover the entire thing on video 1. So that's something to remember, if video 2 always lays over video 1. And if you're doing an instructional video with your face on there, you want to make sure that you're not, it'll always be in the top right-hand corner, so you want to make sure you're not hiding something there. You're bringing it back over or moving your page over to share that. So you also have to remember that these need to upload, so it needs to save it, upload it. It's going to have this blue line as it's slowly going up. The longer the video you make, the longer it takes to upload. This is honestly the longest part of this program, is simply waiting for this to upload. It doesn't mean that you can't use it, you can't start editing it. It just might be a little bit slower, and you cannot upload it as a finished video until those are both done. So the other option you have, so that was the record button here. You also have narrate, so that's just your voice. It's narrating your voice, so if you have a video that you've already created and you want to do a voiceover, or if you just want to record your voice to put onto something different, that's where you click narrate, and it's going to give me a little microphone here. If you're recording over another video, you can actually do this preview while recording, and you can mute the audio of that recording. That means that you're able to see what you're showing, so that you know how your pace should be as you're recording. So I'll have those both on. I'm going to go ahead and click on the microphone. It's going to count down, 3, 2, 1, and then the video's playing, and then I'm talking. So it's going to be recording my voice. I can follow along with what I'm doing on the video, and then once I'm done, I'll click that stop. Now I can either re-listen to it, I can delete it, or if I'm ready for this to be done and I want it to just add it to my video, I'll click the check. It's going to save it to my server, so there is the recording I did, and it's also going to add it to my video. So it's going to automatically add any new audio, any new videos that you're creating through the program automatically, so you're not going to have to do that. And then it'll save it, and now I can move this around to wherever I want. I can change, I can delete it, I can add it, whatever I want. So that's all found here. The last section is this import. So if I click import media, this is where I can bring in videos that I've already created. If I have a video that I have downloaded from YouTube or from somewhere else, I can bring that here. Or if I have any pictures I want to upload as well. So like I can go from my desktop. I can also go from the Google Drive. I can do it from Facebook. I can do it from OneDrive, Instagram, all kinds of different places that I can get that information. So I'm going to just click Browse Selection, and I'll just take this picture. So I'm going to upload that picture. It's now going to save it, and now I can add it, wherever I want. So now they'll start first with that before they actually move over to my face. So lots of different ways to upload or to record yourself. Does anyone have any questions about that? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So as you're going through and you're recording, practice a few times, give yourself I wouldn't say give yourself a script. For me, I've never been able to follow a script. It tends to be, I can't do 2 things at once. I can't explain something and read a script, but I do give myself sort of an outline on what I'm going to be talking about with that video. So I have it, I'll show you what I was doing. I was making my instructional videos yesterday, so I'll show that here. So you can see I have the videos I was making and then what I was going to be talking about in each one of those videos. So I just usually just do a short little outline on what I'm going to be talking about, just so I don't get lost as I'm doing it. But so once I'm ready and I have completed all my recordings, oh my goodness, these dogs. Oh, dogs, they've been so good on all my trainings, except today, of course. So they are, once you're done doing your recordings, you can now decide if you want to edit them before you submit them. So this little blue line here allows you to move between times. You have two different options here. You can add a marker. So that means that this is maybe like a chapter marker. It's something that you want to come back and maybe reference. So I can title that, start here. I can add a comment. And now I have a little orange marker next to it. So I know that that's something that maybe I need to go back and I need to edit. Maybe it's something that I want to cut at a certain point. So I'll keep going here. If you're wanting to cut something in the middle, so separate it, you need to click on the video that you're working on, and then you'll get this little scissors, and you can split it. So you're now splitting those videos into two separate ones. This means you can move it around. You can delete the section. So if I want to just delete this section, I have highlighted the section I want, and then I'll click delete. And now I can move that over. So it's a little bit shorter. So if I'm, so like when I did the seesaw training, I had forgotten one part on the Monday training or on the Tuesday training that I hit on the Monday training. So I went in here and I cut the section that I wanted to highlight. So I highlighted that and then I moved it over into this one here. So I cut that section and then I moved it over. So that's why if my voice sounds a little different, that would be why. So as you're going through, you can do that. You can also, at the ends, if you need to cut off like the last 10 seconds, you can click and drag, and this will allow you to end it a little bit earlier. So you're not cutting it and deleting it. At any time, you can go back and you can expand it out, but you're just changing where it ends. And that can only be done at the beginning and at the end of a video. You cannot do it in the middle. If you're doing in the middle, you need to cut it first, and then you can click and drag those parts. If you're going through and you're like, okay, this part's done, I don't really want to see it all that big, I have this section here where I can drop down and I'm changing the height. So now I can't see the whole video. So that just sort of helps you select on which section you're working on at a time. You can also make it bigger. When you make it bigger, you're now allowing it to also show the words that are speaking, the voice at the same time. And it always starts at 100% voice, but if for some reason your voice is really loud, you can bring it down. Or if the recording is really quiet, you can then bring it up too. So you can bring it all the way up to 500%. I tend to keep it just at that 100% mark. You also can click on these three dots here and you have that lock track. So that means that when you lock it, you cannot move it, you cannot edit it. It's just sort of stuck where it's at. If you're focusing on one thing over another, that's a good way to do it. You can also hide the track. So now you're not seeing it, it's not visible, it's not being used. You can mute the track. So like, this one right here is muted since it recorded this section up here. Or if I'm using a voiceover, then I can mute the video itself and then I can put that voiceover on top of it. I am not expecting anyone to be using all of these different features, especially the first couple times, first few times you're working on them. I'm still getting familiar, and I was counting and I've done 58 instructional videos in the last 5 weeks. And I'm still not comfortable trying all these. So I'm just gonna show you a few of the features and how it works, but there's no expectation that you have to go in and have to edit your videos before you submit them. So these are some different ones that you can do. You can also add text. So you have My Media, which is the videos, the pictures, anything that you're uploading or doing. With our subscription, you have access to text. So this is title boxes, information that you want to go on. Since I have 2 videos already, I'm going to just push it over and insert and push. So now they'll get it first where, let's see, preview. So you can see that title is now there, the text, and I can edit the text to read whatever I want by clicking on this little box, this little pencil here, and it will allow me to edit. It has pre-made audio, so if I want to add in a little bit of music, I can using this here. The audio is pretty long, so like this one, Inspiration Mega Music, is 2 hours, 19 minutes, and 17 seconds long. So you can edit that to fit in whatever you need. There's a variety of different transitions you can add in to your text if you need to. You can use this as a green screen as well, so they have some different backgrounds that you can use. And then they also have stock media. So this is videos that you can already pre-use, and there's a variety of different ones on here. So right now they have the word typed in world, and so you get all kinds of different world videos, but they have hundreds of different videos that you can bring in if you so wish. So lots of different features that are available on here as you're starting to create it and design your video. Once you're done, this over here, you'll then click on, oh, I think we have a couple questions. Let me stop first. The marker is just for you. I don't believe the kids can go to that while viewing, but I am going to go ahead and save it, and then we can maybe see if it does show up or not. Okay, so once you have completed your video, whether you are just recording yourself and then you just want to upload it right away, or if you've done all the editing features that you're done, go ahead and click Finish. You're going to title this, and then click Set, and it's going to take you to this page here. It's going to show you the 3 thumbnails that they have chosen. It's going to double check that this is the title that you want to use. You can choose if you want to export the audio only or the video with audio. And then the resolution. I always do SD. It saves, it's a little bit faster to do. The file size is smaller and it saves on bandwidth. So if our students are working on it or looking at it, it's not going to take as long to load. And I think the quality is just as good as HD. If your students are like, if you're doing a big project that you're really trying to present something, you know, HD is what they use for, you know, the movies. So you can choose what kind of resolution you want, and then destination, this is going to be where it saves. So it always saves to the WeVideo cloud. You can save it to Google Drive. You can save it to all these different places. You can either, if you have it uploaded, you can upload it to YouTube right from here. And then you can mark it as public or private. So it's always off as public. I always turn it on just so it's simple. And I always save it to my drive. It'll create a folder for me that'll just drop these videos in. And that way I can upload it to different places and I know immediately where to go for it. So once that's all done, I'll go ahead and click export. And again, depending on how long your video is, that's going to be how long it will take. Usually, the longer the video, the slower it is to upload. Videos like this tend to be pretty short. So like this one, 35 seconds or so. Once it starts uploading, you can actually go back and remake another video. You will get an email from them saying your WeVideo is ready, and then you also will get a little bell over here notifying you that your video's complete. I'm going to go ahead and wait until this video is done so I can show you some different options that it has once it's completed. Does anyone have any questions as we are waiting? Okay. right, so as you're going through and you're creating your videos, I always suggest starting one at a time. So find, if you have, like go to Khan Academy and see what Khan Academy has, and if they already hit that topic, use theirs, and then if they have not hit it, then do that video. Do not wear yourself out creating every single video yourself. It's just, as of right now, start small, one video at a time, get yourself comfortable with it, familiarize yourself with how to, what you're most comfortable with, what you think will work best with your students, and then gradually pick that up as you're getting more comfortable. Once you're done, so you can see I have a little bell here. It's telling me that my video testing one is ready. I can then go back and I can watch this. It has a little website link here that I can go to, and that it'll just show me this video. I can also share it to social media, or I could download it to my computer. So if I'm using Seesaw, this is probably what I would do. I would download it to my computer, and then I would upload it to the journal. If I'm on Google Classroom, there's actually a different way that you can upload these videos to Google Classroom directly from WeVideo. All right, so any questions on making or editing the videos?
So for Seesaw, you would download it to your computer first and then upload it.
Yes. I think that's going to be the fastest way. You can always link it too, but I think that's just the fastest because it'll be saved in the app itself. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna go over to export so you can see all the videos I have created, and I will show you a few different things that you can do from WeVideo. So I have this one here, how to log into Seesaw. I'm gonna double click on it and it should open. And here's some additional features. So there's the details, here's how long it, since I created it, the title. I can share this if I want. Or I have this little button here, which is Google Classroom. So I can actually upload this directly over to Google Classroom from WeVideo. So I can click Google Classroom. It's going to go through, ask me which class I want to share it to. This one, what action? I'm going to create this as an assignment. I'm gonna go to all students. There's the link to the video. I can add it and then I can assign it. So similar to if you're uploading it from any other program that has that Google Classroom feature. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and show you what it'll look like once it's there. So I'll go to my classwork and there's my video. So the kids can go in and they can immediately go and it will open up the video so that they can see it. Now it's saved to WeVideo, so if you're uploading it, so like for all of my instructional videos, I always upload them to YouTube, just because if they're being shared on social media or anything like that, I just think it's a little bit easier. But if you're doing it this way, you won't get those extra links or those recommendations. It's just the video itself. So it is a little bit more secure when it comes to this. But so that's just a way to use it. You also have a way that you can edit or redescribe it if you want to. You can change the thumbnail, you can change the privacy. So right now it's set as public, or if you want to change it and it's a video only for you, you can change the privacy to private. Add it to the gallery, you can re-download it here, and you can also delete it. So if it's a video that you don't really want, you can then click that delete. And it will take it off of WeVideo here. If you have downloaded in the past, then it will not delete the download, but it will delete it off your WeVideo ability here. Anyone have questions on WeVideo? Again, it's a really good starting tool. It's great to have all this stuff on one single place. You're not going to have to go to and create your video in one place and then upload it here and edit here and then take it and then download it. It's all found in this single place that you can do, which is I think really going to be really helpful for you guys as you're starting out. I know when I was creating my videos, it takes me 2 times faster doing it here than it does when I'm recording somewhere else. So again, to get to Clever, or to get to here, it's on Clever. You'll click on WeVideo, or you can just upload it. I believe it's on the App Store. I think it's on my other computer. It is an app on, I believe, the Apple App Store, just WeVideo. If the students are using it on a Chromebook, then they're just going to be going through Clever, going there. I myself, get yourself comfortable with it first before you start using it with students. Since we do have a little bit of time, I'm going to also show you Flipgrid. So Flipgrid Shorts, has anyone, if anyone is using Flipgrid as of right now. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's thinking. Flipgrid has both the discussion board and then they have a thing called Flipgrid Short. If it will sign me in here, I will show you what that looks like. So it starts off on your grid, or you can come over here to Shorts. And these are one and done videos. So these are videos that you're recording and then you're uploading somewhere else. They're not part of a discussion board. I use these, a lot of people that I've been talking to in other districts, they're doing these for their morning announcements, their welcoming announcements. They'll create a little video and then they upload it to their classroom or wherever they're at as a way just to sort of get the students interested. They're seeing your face, it's just that welcoming message. But you can also use this if you're doing something with instruction. So record a short and it will pop up the video and you have all the same features that the students will have when they are doing a discussion board on here. If you have not used the sticky note, that's sometimes really nice to add this week's to-do list. And so you can be talking and then have a sticky note on the side that tells everyone what this week's assignments are. If you're doing something where you want a board, you can, instead of having your face on there, you can have a little whiteboard or a chalkboard. There's Blackboard here. You have all the same different features. If I want black and white or pixelated or whatever, those are all found there. Record it, 3, 2, 1, it'll record. Once I'm done, I can then go to next. It's going to play. It'll play it. And then once I'm finished with my entire recording, yes, I'm looking. There it goes. So I'll just grab this one since this one's already done. I can't remember which Google Classroom I shared this with, but some people did see it. I think it's my Teaching with Tech I shared it with. But so if you are finished with yours, this is the options you have. You can copy it. You can do a QR code, so it'll create a QR code that you can then download and share. You can download the video, so if you want to download it to your computer and upload it somewhere else, you have an embed code. And then you can also share it to Google Classroom. So the more and more tech tools we're getting, the better they are at sort of talking to each other, which is always a big positive. So you can have this as your morning announcement. You can have this as that week's assignments or whatever you want, but you can share that to Google Classroom, and then you can also share it on Remind. So again, just like if you're doing a WeVideo, if you're using Seesaw, download the video and then you can upload it to Seesaw from there, just as a way to do this. You have up to 10 minutes to talk on a Flipgrid video. So you can use those full 10 minutes to explain something, to use however you want. And just like with a WeVideo, this isn't uploaded to YouTube, so it's just going to show just the video on a blank sheet. So I think I have, see, I had one on one of my Google Classrooms. Oh, yeah, right here. So when they click on the short on Google Classroom, it's going to take them here, and all they see is the video. So just another way that you can share those videos, and you're not going to have to worry about them getting a little off topic or get sidetracked with that. Does anyone have questions on Flipgrid? Flipgrid Shorts. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop
I have a quick
sharing.
question.
Yes.
If I do a Flipgrid short, will the format work like if I did it on Classroom Dojo or in my Facebook group?
Yeah, it should.
Okay.
Yes, it has for me. So I'm hoping that as long as we're using it this way, it should work no matter where you're at.
Okay.
So some tips and tricks for doing instructional videos when you're starting out. Short and sweet. One topic at a time. I think when YouTube first came out, they had the limit of only 10-minute long videos. Try to follow that same guideline. Our students do not have the great, think of how long it takes your students to get sidetracked when you're talking. It's going to be even faster when they're at home. And so making sure that we're thinking of talking about one topic at a time. So if we're talking about, if we're doing kindergarten, we're talking about the sounds of A, we're only talking about the sounds of A. We're not going to move on to B. We're just talking about that one topic. And it'd be better to make multiple small, short videos than one long one. When I started creating my instructional videos for the website, I had done a big long one on Google Classroom. And even though I was the one talking and I had just done it, I got sidetracked from it. And so that's why I do those little snapshot videos, because it allows them to start, stop, but they only learn one small thing at a time. And then they can go to the next video if they're ready, or if they already know how to do that, they can skip it and go to the next one. They're not going to have to try to figure out how they're going to go and move it from the 10-minute line or to the 20-minute line or anything like that. Try to, again, make sure that you're not having all of your, that you're not creating all your videos yourself. There are tons of YouTube videos. Khan Academy is a great place. I mean, people have been creating so many amazing videos and pre-made stuff. And so I'd always start there and start with one video with yourself, just to get yourself comfortable with it. The first time you make an instructional video, I think it took me 2 hours to make my first one, just because I was so nervous and I couldn't figure out what I wanted to talk about and I wasn't sure how to use the tools. And so, I went from 2 hours to make one video to yesterday, after weeks of doing these, I've gotten to 6 in 3 hours. But even then, it still takes you a while, and sometimes your tech just will not work. And you don't want to get burned out doing these. And you can always think that I'm gradually doing these, and even when we're back in the classroom, you're still going to have these already pre-made, and you can then give these to your students so that they can look at them at a later date. So something to think about when you're doing that. You do not need headphones. Our microphone is actually pretty good on our Macs, so you don't really need to worry about if the students can hear you or not. Just make sure that you're saying it clearly, you're enunciating, and you should be fine. If you are wanting headphones, any headphones will work. I have these lovely headphones I got from a conference 3 years ago, and they work, but I always feel slightly ridiculous when I wear them, because I have this lovely, I look like, I think the first time I had to do a video for one of my classes, I sent a message to my mom, and I was like, I look like I'm talking on a telecommuter phone line. So it just was I look ridiculous. So I've gotten a little bit more comfortable on just saying, speaking to it without the headphones. But if I want to be, I want it to be absolutely clear, I want to make sure that no one can hear my dogs running around, headphones sometimes will help limit who's hearing what from there. Does anyone have any questions on this? Instructional videos, things that you're wanting to do, how to use WeVideo, anything like that? I have a couple links. Yeah.
Can we send you questions when we're practicing doing it? Because to me, it's only going to happen when I'm practicing, when it's coming the question. So
yes.
So I need to send you something that says, hey, I stuck over here. How
Yeah.
does email you?
Yes. Yep. Send me an email. As you're working on that, let me come back over here and show you. As you're working and you're playing around, the distance learning website, I did add the WeVideo here. So I did add, I think 6 new videos on here, how to log in, tour of the program, how to record, how to edit, how to finish and save, and then how to export. So those videos are found here. WeVideo itself has lots of different information. They have a WeVideo Academy that you can go through and see how the different tools work. They have different webinars. I think they do like a different webinar 2 or 3 times a week, sort of going through how to use it. They have built a remote learning website. Oh, please. Back here. And let me go back. So they have remote learning with WeVideo. This is just a link to a different place. Their support center has a really cool, they're able to answer lots of questions there. And then they have this educator's guide to WeVideo. And this is using it as a teacher, but also how to use it in the classroom. So if you're feeling really confident, or if you really are wanting the students to show their work, you can, we do have it set up for where the students can use it as well. And this is just different ways to get support, to get started. So those are all found there. And then I will add up at the top here this training video as well. So if you cannot find the answer there, always, anytime, shoot me an email and I can try to answer those questions for you. I'm here to help you as any way that I possibly can. So yes, send me an email if you have any questions. Anybody have any other questions, tips, tricks that you want to know before you start creating your own videos? You can record on your phone or on your tablet. So like a lot of the Seesaw videos that I did for the student side were on my iPad. So I would record my screen on my iPad and then just do a voiceover on my computer and then upload that. Or you can just do it all on your website, or on your iPad, as a way to sort of help you out with that. So if you're trying to show something for the students, especially UK 5 teachers that are going to have all students on iPads, it might be easier that way to do it. Any questions before we close? All right, well, thank you guys so much. Hopefully this was a little helpful for you.
We need to download the application in each appliance, like a iPad in the computer separated, or just download it one time and we have it?
Just download one time and you'll have it. I will see if I can find the link to the apps, and then I will share those out with the video. And then I have a couple articles for 10 top tips for instructional videos, so I will share that out as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your day, and send me any emails if you have any questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.